Yeah, man.
What up? What up? What up? We are live on the Power Couple Show.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome to the Power Couple Show.
We're so excited, man. We're here Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yes, 10 a.m. Eastern.
On Meerkat YouTube and
the PowerCoupleShow.com.
And we will soon be streaming this show on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Why don't you put a hat on? You look a little crazy today.
Mommy, please, Mom. Please, don't embarrass me. I think I look okay. I don't look too bad.
You look,
Okay, I'll put a hat on.
It's right over there. It's right. I just like my man to look good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta work on that, man.
I just like when he look good.
Hat makes everything better.
Yeah. Guys, man, I'm excited, dude. I don't know why. I have like tons of energy.
Okay? Maybe it's because you ate those pancakes.
Oh, I think so.
Gosh, those pancakes are good, guys.
We gotta go jogging. Anyway, no, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I have tons of energy.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to today's episode.
Yes.
And the things that are happening in our lives.
Yes.
I don't know why, but have you ever, look, those of you watching the show, if you're here right now, have you ever felt like something great is about to happen, you just don't know what it is? Okay, that's exactly how I feel right now.
Yeah.
Okay? That's exactly how I feel right now. So, I'm excited, baby. This is episode 51. ¿Y qué vamos a hablar?
We are going to be talking about, today, we're going to be talking about something really powerful. We're going to be talking about how staying in marriage is actually cheaper than getting divorced.
So you're telling me that being married, if we decided to get a divorce, we're going to spend more money divorcing.
Oh, man. Not
just we would.
Money, like time. I mean, there's going to be so much that's going to be lost. There's so many things that are just going to be.
I see where you're going with this.
It's just not going to be good.
And we're not. Basically, guys, this topic, staying married is cheaper than getting divorced, is not only cheaper monetarily.
It's not.
So we'll go into it later on throughout the show.
Yes.
But we always like to start off the Power Couple Show with what, baby?
Love words.
Love words.
Palabras
de amor.
No.
Palabras de amor.
Palabras de amor.
Palabras de amor. So, babe, what does that mean, though?
Man, love words is a time where you decide to allocate for you and your partner so you can uplift them, edify them, and show them how, and just share with them how amazing they are, right? We think that the small things are sometimes taken for granted, sometimes slip away in our busy life. And one of those things is just being able to just give your partners words of affirmation and actually just share with them why you actually love them. And it's not just good for them, but it's good for you, because what it does, it forces you to actually focus on your partner's, on the great things that your partner's has to offer. And it reinforces in your mind why you said yes to them, right?
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, it's good. You know, I'd rather have a list of amazing things than a list of negative things, because the longer the list is on one side, it's probably going to be the one I'm going to be leaning toward. So I'd rather create my own list. I'd rather be intentional about it than allowing a list of negativity to get in the way and for me to look at my partner and say, you are good for nothing. Why did I marry you? You know, so I know it's so rude, man. Anyway, so we're going to do love words.
Love words.
So make sure you either call your partner, text your partner,
FaceTime
your partner,
Skype
your partner,
Vox them,
Vox your partner,
Facebook Messenger them,
right? Do something where
there's so many ways to like contact someone. It's hilarious.
It's crazy. It's amazing, right?
Hilarious.
So like, make sure you get a hold of your partner right now.
Ahora mismo.
Okay, right this second. Okay,
guys, this is gonna be awesome, man. This is my favorite part because I remind myself why I love my husband.
Yeah, me too.
You mean your wife?
Go on. All right, here we go. Baby, I just want to say that I appreciate you and I love you for always taking care of me and always looking out for me. Even not just physically in the looks, but also a good example would have been that one night a couple of days ago when we were having that conversation and then that guy just interrupted our conversation.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that, you always are looking out for my better half. I mean, my better self, or whatever.
Yeah. Your being.
My being, right? And you look out, and I want to say appreciate you.
That is so true. You know, I'm sorry. I know there's love words, but I'm going to take a moment. That's so true. And it's not like I intentionally like want to look out for you. It's like instinct.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
It's good.
It's like I can't imagine what it's going to be like when we have kids. Like the natural instinct to protect. Like that's how I feel about you. Like if something is, I want to protect your image. I want to protect your your visions, your skill
you-
set. Like I just want to
yeah.
protect everything.
Yeah,
It's
man.
ridiculous.
Honestly, you've always done that, and I want to say I appreciate you. Like you've done that even when
you brought this to my awareness.
like even when I wasn't evident that I was going to be the leader I am today, I was going to be the man that I was today. You always protected me as if I was already that man, and that really meant a lot to me, and that means a lot to me, and I'll never forget that.
Baby, I love you so much, man.
I love you more.
No, you don't understand. I love you because when I look into your eyes, I can feel the love that you have for me.
Aww.
Like you're so cute. The smile, your eyes, just everything about
Holy
you.
cow!
Like,
Is this a dream?
it's weird. Right?
Oh
Like I love you so much.
wow!
I mean, I can't. You melt my heart. You really
Wow.
do. Like I love you so
Wow,
much.
man.
I can
Honestly.
feel it.
Oh man, that's amazing.
You're the best.
You're the best. I want to say that I appreciate you, babe. I really love you. You mean the world to me, and really because you just always shine a different perspective and a different view on life, and you have the ability to, with your perspective, really dig deep and give me the insight that I might have missed had I not been alongside with you. There's been many times where I look at a situation for what it is, and I get my own little insight, but then you somehow know how to share the entire picture and share with me where I missed some points, some golden nuggets that I could take. And I want to say thank you for that.
Baby, I just want to say thank you and that I love you because you constantly are finding new ways to enhance the things that we currently have. Like you're never satisfied. You are never complacent. You're content. You're very happy, but you're always going for more, which is amazing. It's like if we fix something, you look at it and you're like, can we fix it even more? Can we get it even better? Then we get it better, and then you look at it again, and you're like, can we get it even better? And then you keep doing that. Like nothing. I don't think there has been anything in our lives that has stayed the same. Like everything is constantly evolving, and I do have to give you the credit because you're just amazing at that. You're the bomb. I love you. You're my favorite ever. Gosh, man, I love this. What's up from Paris? Let's shout out Nash Art Inc. for liking this and restreaming this. Let's give them a 2 claps. You rock. You're awesome, baby. Let's tell them. What are they watching?
You're watching The
Power Couple Show. Live Monday through Friday.
10 a.m. Eastern.
On Meerkat YouTube and
ThePowerCoupleShow.com.
Make your way to ThePowerCoupleShow.com, baby. Tell them why.
To get access to a free PDF,
What?
7 ways to becoming a power couple, as our way to say thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you for following us, for watching this.
Merci.
All right, you get that for free at ThePowerCoupleShow.com and get access to a free VIP list where we're going to be launching our signature program called The Challenge.
The Challenge.
Okay, for power couples, challenging couples around the world, and really just and you remember the statement?
Guys, look, hold on. We just finished outlining this entire thing.
Yeah, the entire curriculum.
It is going to be epic. It is going to be epic, man.
Yeah, it's going to be so epic, okay? And it's really to help couples, bring couples in unity, right? By helping them create a vision that they can leverage each other's strengths
towards it
by
becoming a power couple within 60
days. Okay, 60
days.
days, man.
That's what we're gonna do, man.
So repeat it one more time, just because I kind of chopped it and screwed it up.
Chopped and screwed. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I remember that part.
It was the song.
I remember
Chopped and screwed.
I remember that.
No?
No.
Anyway, what the Power Couple Challenge is designed to do is to bring married couples in unity by helping them create a vision for their future and leverage each other's strengths towards it by becoming a power couple within 60 days. That's what we're going to do. That's for 60 days. We're going to help couples all over the world become a power couple, create the vision for their future, and leverage each other's strength to get towards it, man.
Yeah. So it's going to be good. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be
ThePowerCoupleShow.com.
Go to ThePowerCoupleShow.com right now. It's going to be an 8-week program that we have literally put our heart and soul into it, and we're excited.
It's going to be great
to share with those who want to take yourself to the next level.
Okay,
so what are we talking about today? In today's episode, we're going to be talking about why staying married is cheaper than getting a divorce. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes, before we go really dig deep into this topic, we're going to come out and we're going to share love quotes.
No.
I'm sorry?
Quote of the day.
Quote of the day.
This guy created his own little segment.
Quote of the day.
But let's shout out to D_trucking for liking this and restreaming this. You rock. You're awesome. Okay, time for the quote of the day, baby. Give me a drum roll, please.
Bam! Bam, 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 bam. Bing. Bang.
You're the cutest.
I love it.
All right. Okay, here's the quote. All those, and they lived happily ever after. Fairy tale endings need to be changed too, and they began the very hard work of making their marriage happy. I think, this quote is by Linda Miles, okay? She's the author of 8 Keys to Lasting Love. 8 Keys to Lasting Love, which
that's good.
I think you should
probably
read.
pick
Yeah.
that book.
And I love that. I think this is awesome because, marriage is it's a freaking virus. It's a virus and it's taking over. And, the statistics on divorce are extremely high and it bugs us. It irks us.
Yeah, man. I mean,
it hurts.
Yeah, I mean, in America,
It hurts to know
every
that.
person that gets married is 50% are gonna end up in a divorce.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's literally become, it's honestly, marriage is not sacred. It's not amazing how it used to be anymore. People treat it the same way they treat, just a middle school and elementary relationship. To be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're with one person one day, the other person the next day, and people have now become almost numb.
They're so accustomed to tapping out, man.
Yeah, tapping out, man.
People tap out so easily. But I love this quote because I think that the reason why, I don't know about you, but me growing up, I watched a lot of fairy tale, like Disney, Pocahontas and Aladdin and all of these stories. Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
The Little Mermaid. I grew up watching those things, and The Lion King. All these things, and they all almost have this happily ever after. And not just that, even in movies, there's always this happily ever after, and they lived happily ever after. And I think that so many people began to realize that it doesn't exist. Like we were as childhoods thinking that we can have this happily ever after, and then life starts happening to us and we get older and we start realizing, well, it doesn't exist. And so because it doesn't exist, we feel as though we can justify that it doesn't exist, that we're able to tap out from almost anything, from almost any challenge, because happily ever after doesn't exist. That's a fantasy, right? And I agree, it isn't true. A happily ever after isn't true the way that the fairy tales talk about it, but it exists. It exists, and it doesn't mean that it's perfect. See, the thing is that we think happily ever afters are perfection, are happily without any pain, challenge, or anything. When you can still be happy with challenges.
Yeah, I mean, whatever happened to earning something? We live in a society where people don't necessarily like to earn things. And even in a marriage, right? Just because you tie the knots and you say, I do, does not mean everything is just given to you. To really have a thriving and amazing marriage, you're going to have to earn it. There's going to be things that you're going to have to do that are uncomfortable. You're going to have to rewire the way you think, not because nothing's wrong with you or you as an individual. It's just because they may have been certain things, certain unhidden problems or unhidden beliefs that may be holding you back and may affect the relationship. And the truth is that all that stuff is going to require effort. It's going to require you working it through.
Yeah.
With your spouse, is going to require you understanding them on a deeper and different level. And that is what makes marriage beautiful. Getting to the next level and having this happily ever after marriage, unfortunately, it doesn't exist, right?
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that earning it.
The thing is that happily ever after, it kind of does exist. It's just not in a perfect way. That's what we think. We think that we have a perfect happily ever after. No, we can have a happily ever after with perfect peace. Things like that, right?
That's good. That's actually good. I like that. We can have a happily ever after marriage with the perfect peace.
An imperfect happily ever after with a perfect peace. You know what I mean?
Good. That's good. Yeah, because I mean, when and I look back at some of the things that we've gone through, which we'll talk about in the challenge, some of the things that we've gone through, and I have to admit, we've been through some pretty rough patches, but we've always had that perfect peace. We've always had that peace about us where
even when the storm was there, I'm still having a happily ever after with you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just in a storm.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, even when I want to like slit your throat at night, you know, like I'm still having a happily ever after because I want to slit his throat. You get what I'm saying? That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't really want to slit his throat in
she
case
doesn't.
anyone wants to.
Yeah, so I mean,
But I like that quote because it's saying here, instead of happily ever after, we should have programmed our minds to saying, and they began the very hard work of making their marriage happy.
yeah, man, hard work is actually a beautiful thing. Like sometimes we look at hard work and we immediately think of like a pile of dishes that we don't want to do. But you know what? The truth is that, you know, there's something rewarding at the end of that. You know, there's always something rewarding at the other side. That we never get to actually, we never focus on seeing what the outcome can be, what the reward can be from actually doing something that's beautiful, something earning something, right?
Yeah.
We just focus on the hard work, and the hard work is honestly not what should be what we should focus on.
But the result.
It should be the result, right? Like the result of what's going to happen when you have an amazing relationship, when you work through the challenges, when you work through the arguments.
So just understand this. You have to work hard for a happily ever after. Not once, not twice, for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
It's a continuous thing because happily ever after isn't once and then that's it. No, like you want to have a happily ever after every day. You have to work hard every day to keep that happily ever after.
Yeah.
You see how that works?
Yeah, man. It makes total sense, right?
I
Guys,
love this.
you are watching
The Power Couple Show live Monday through Friday,
10 a.m. Eastern
on Meerkat YouTube and
thepowercoupleshow.com.
Make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com, baby. Tell them why.
Go to thepowercoupleshow.com so you guys can get access to our free PDF called 7 Ways to Becoming a Power Couple. That's our way to say thank you. We appreciate you for following us. Okay?
Merci.
And if you're not following us on Meerkat, Periscope, or YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us because we're here Monday through Friday. We're going to be pushing out some good content. And again, this message that we want to share with the world is not going to be. It's a message that's really big, and it's not. We can't do it ourselves. We're going to need you guys to help us out, bring this message forward to as many couples as we can, as many people in a relationship as we can, as many folks who are going through some, an uphill battle as we can, because that's, together we can make a difference.
That's right.
So you guys are awesome. We appreciate you.
We love you.
For sharing this, following us, and also taking some of the things that we share with you
and
implementing it in your life and leading by example.
That's right, guys. Hey, shout out to Detox Ambassador for liking this and restreaming this. You rock. You're awesome. We appreciate you. All right, so let's maybe talk about a time where you and I almost considered divorce, or we were faced with challenges and we still decided to continue in our marriage.
Man, I think when I think about it, I think there's a couple of times, and I think it had to be probably when we were going through our little rough patches with finances. And not that, and it wasn't like, we stopped having them. It was just that we never had experienced that before. We were experiencing, for the very first time in a marriage, what it felt like to really struggle financially. And I remember there was multiple times where we would argue, and we were arguing over things that we either couldn't do or we didn't have access to, or the frustration of, when are we going to finally be able to do that? When are we going to finally have our own home? When are we going to finally have our own bed? When are we going to finally have our own place, our own privacy? And these things really, 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 really affected me personally, because as a man, I know that the role is to provide and to be a provider. And when I couldn't do that, I remember just, just honestly getting, I remember crying, and I remember it would get me into tears, and it would get me so frustrated. And the fights that we would have over this, and then I felt like I had to defend myself because I knew that I was better, and the truth was that I was better, and the thing is that I let the situation, I almost conformed to the situation. I almost became the situation,
right? Instead
of understanding that that's temporarily, that doesn't define who I am, and that's not the man I was called to be. It was just something I was going through, a season in a marriage. So I think that for me, it was when we first started understanding that our finances, our financial situation was pretty bad in the very beginning,
right?
That it really affected me. What about you?
The challenge that I feel like I went through was, very similar. Just wondering if things would have been easier if I just never even got married, because we went through such tough times. Like we really did. We really, really did. And there was just times I was just like, would I still be in this predicament if I just didn't even get married? And obviously the answer is no, I wouldn't. But I think I was, I think that eventually I was going to end up in that position if I decide to get married now or later.
Yeah.
Because what we went through was so necessary for where we are today.
Oh yeah,
completely. And I thank God for what we went through. And the cool thing is that I don't know. I'm going to give you the solution. Okay, we're going to go into the solution now.
Okay.
But I don't know how anyone can get used to their marriage. Like just get totally used. I'm used to it. I'm used to you. I'm used to it. I'm used to waking up to you and just saying, hey, baby, good morning. I don't know how someone can get used to it because I feel like there's so many seasons that you're going to go through in life and with your spouse that it begins to become a new marriage. It begins to become a new relationship. It begins to become just a new love. It's new. Because I don't know, the seasons that we go through, they really make everything feel new again.
They do.
Like when we were going through challenges, that was a whole new season.
That was a whole new season.
Which meant that I met you, I saw a different side of you. I learned something new about you.
Yeah.
In that season.
That's very true.
So it's like I can't get used to you. And the season that we're in now, you're growing and you're changing and you're a new husband again.
Wow, man, that's a very powerful point that she's touching on. Really quickly, I want to give a quick shout out to Austin Go.
Go.
Thank you for sharing. He said, and greetings from London.
And he streamed it.
And you are the bomb. Let's give him a two claps. You rock.
You rock. You're awesome.
Awesome, dude. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Greetings from London. That is awesome. So glad that you are watching this from London, the other side of the world.
That's right,
It's so cool. Thank you for getting on here, dude.
We
totally appreciate you and your time.
And shout out to the viewer on YouTube. I see you out there, man.
We see you out there on YouTube, man. Come on, man.
We see you. Guys, man.
Yeah. So, guys, a good point that she just mentioned that I'm going to get to in a second. But really quickly, first, you are watching
The Power Couple Show live Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Meerkat YouTube and thepowercoupleshow.com.
Make sure you make your way out to thepowercoupleshow.com.
Why, baby? Why?
Because you want to get the 7 ways to becoming a power couple.
Really?
It's our way to say thank you for coming on here. Okay, so make sure you go out there and grab that free PDF. It's yours when you grab it. Okay, so going back to what we're talking about today, guys, we're talking about how staying in marriage is a lot cheaper than divorce. Okay, and we're gonna get into some stats, statistics. We're also gonna get into some facts and figures. But we're just sharing with you guys right now our challenges. One of the things that Cassandra, my beautiful wife, just mentioned is that when we were going through those challenges where we almost got divorced, where we almost decided to throw in the towel, she started to realize that in those seasons, she began to start seeing a different side in me. And I have to agree that I saw a different side in you as well. And the cool thing about it is that when you have a vision, right, and this is one thing that we did very early on in our relationship, we sat down and we really mapped out the vision that we wanted to have for our marriage, for our relationship, right? And the vision, we mapped it out, has really honestly served as an anchor to continue to keep fighting through the challenges, to quickly resolve fights, to get over ourselves and to being more about the other partner, right? It's really been an anchor as well as God, to be honest with you, because I really believe that Jesus and God has really played a major part in our relationship.
Absolutely.
And he's definitely served as an anchor. And I believe that he's given us a vision to really just keep us rooted, to keep us fighting. And I have to say something that she mentioned is really powerful, is that in every season that we've been in our marriage, she's seen a different side of me. And I think that when you create a vision bigger than yourself for your marriage, you create a vision and you map it out with your partner and you really sit down, what begins to happen is that you will grow according to that vision. And the beautiful thing about it is that in every season, instead of coming out of that season to go back into the same season again, you come out of that season stronger than ever, and you step into a different realm, a different world, a different level in your marriage. And because of that, you as an individual grow. And when you grow, there's different attributes and different qualities about you, which in a weird kind of way you present yourself to your spouse as a new you.
Absolutely.
As a new you, and it's refreshing. It's like having a refreshment, right?
This is why I love new seasons.
Yeah,
Because
new seasons offer like a refreshment to you, a refreshment to your relationship, right?
Yeah.
Because new seasons, all that means is that you graduated from the level you were in to a new level. And the only way you can graduate to the new season, to the new level, is by simply growing.
Yes.
And when you grow, it's a new you. It's a better you. Such a refreshment to your relationship.
It's true, man. You know, and I'm totally grateful for that. And the thing is that you have to be intentional with seeking those new things, because I could be totally blinded by his growth. You know, and that the only reason why I would be blinded is because I myself am not growing. I can recognize his growth because I myself am growing.
Wow.
And that's really powerful, because I think it was that we held on to, that honestly, like, yeah, we've been married for 3.5 years, but it still feels like year one.
Yeah,
it feels like the first time.
It feels like
except you and I are much closer.
It feels like the first month.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Except we're closer together. We know each other more. We know how we operate. We know the things that we've grown from. Like, yeah, we have a lot more to each other, but it's just like this, honestly, this season that we're in, it feels so new. It's like you feel new. This relationship feels new. This love feels new. Yeah. Because everything feels so new. It's just, it's a beautiful thing.
It's really a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing, guys. Really quickly, give a couple of shout outs here. We're going to give a shout out to at Living Chick, Miss Lydia. Okay, let's give her. She gave us a retweet and a like. Let's give her a 2 claps. You rock.
You rock.
And we also have David
Dorian Ross.
Dorian Ross, who hooked us up with a like and a retweet for you, brother.
You rock.
And let's see the people on your side.
Maybe. We have Randall Mutler, who liked this and restreamed this, and he followed me. I will follow you back, Randall.
Oh,
thank you for the love. You rock. You're awesome.
You're watching the
Power Couple Show live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Meerkat YouTube and thepowercoupleshow.com. Make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com, baby. Tell them.
Oh, you want to go there to get 7 ways to becoming a power couple? It's a free PDF. You can grab that copy today as our way to saying thank you.
No, I just noticed what you wrote here, and that makes no sense, but it's funny.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Oh, no. I think it was really long, so it's dot.
No. I'm talking about the hashtag right there.
Episode 51.
Oh.
EPS episode.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you know that. I don't think you know that stuff. You're not on that level.
Usually it's supposed to be this.
Oh, okay.
Season 2, episode 51.
Okay. Maybe I read it wrong.
That's right, though.
Okay, anyways, yeah, so we are talking about how staying married is cheaper than divorce. So let's get right into the meat and potatoes, okay?
Baby, bring the meat and potatoes, because we're hungry.
I'm bringing the meat and potatoes,
They're hungry, man. They've been waiting for the meat and potatoes.
Hold up, man. I'm trying to cook
Get the gravy, too.
Dude, I'm trying to make it good for you. I'm trying to cook it.
All right, baby.
All right, anyways, so we're talking about staying married is cheaper than divorce, right? And what we're going to talk about right now is something that's really dear to the heart. You know, we really think that divorce should be the last, the last thing. And it honestly shouldn't even be a plan B to begin with.
Ever.
It should never be an exit strategy. We truly, we feel for the people who get divorced, and we feel for their families. We feel for the kids and everyone that gets impacted. So today's episode is really around how staying married is cheaper than divorce. And what we truly mean by that is monetarily, time-wise, relationship-wise, if you have kids, all that stuff, right? We want to kind of sometimes we look at a divorce, or sometimes you have these billboards that say, get a divorce for $299, call 1-800-DIVORCE line, right? And the truth is that most divorces on the average, okay, they're going to cost you anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000. That's if you don't have any real estate property, if you don't have any investments, if you don't have a business together, right? I mean, like some of these names are probably gonna come home. You're probably gonna recognize these names, right? But Mel Gibson is the #1 celebrity, and he's a celebrity, of course. Not everyone's gonna be a celebrity who's married, right? But just as an example, his marriage, he had to forfeit over $400 million plus. $400 million plus is what his divorce cost.
$400 million.
That's almost $500,000. I mean, that's almost, you're almost halfway there to $1 billion. Okay, like it's a lot of money. But most importantly, if you have kids involved, if you have family involved, the kids are gonna suffer as well. If you have kids, they're gonna suffer economically, and the reason why they're gonna suffer economically is because when both parents are not together, both parents don't have money together. Therefore, they're not using the money together to do the same things that they would do as a family, which means that normally the kid's going to be affected economically. Family-wise, there's going to be so much pressure. I mean, can you imagine the kid, maybe distancing themselves from one side of the family because the other side of the family doesn't like this? It just starts a lot of a family feud. That's not the game show, okay? It's like something, it's just not good, baby. Why don't you talk about that for a second?
I am a child who's seen both of my parents divorce twice, on both sides.
Wow.
So I've seen divorce on my father's side twice, and I've seen divorce on my mom's side twice.
Okay.
They remarried, they got together, divorced, that was one, and they both remarried, got divorced again, that was two. And so it hurt on both sides. Now, I grew up with my dad, right? I was raised by my dad, and I visited my mom. And I just remember the pain. I can't tell you the pain that, I was 2 years old when they got divorced. I don't remember it much.
Let me ask you something real quick before you go and share the pain about that. Because you've actually gone through that. My parents got divorced, but they got divorced when I was already married. So I didn't feel it as much as someone your age would. Okay. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I wanted to ask you is, do you think that you would have been a lot closer to your mom's family side if your parents ever got divorced?
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Which means that it automatically the relationships that your mom, the family on your mom's side, would you say you're closer to them or further away from them?
Further.
And would you say it's because of the divorce?
Most likely, yeah.
Right.
Because the only time I would see them is when I was with my mom.
Yeah. So
my dad would never take me to see them.
Yes. It just puts a lot of pressure on the kid, man.
It does. It's really annoying, and I just here's the biggest pain. The biggest two of them. The first one was when I would go visit my mom, and that excitement was the best. I want to go see my mom.
Yeah. The
pain hurt when the visiting ended, and I had to go back to my dad's. Oh my gosh, the pain! Vividly, I remember coming back and looking in the mirror and saying, "I hate my life."
Wow.
Vividly.
Wow. How old were you?
I was about 10.
Wow.
11, 12. And vividly, I remember looking in the mirror and I was just like, I hate this. I hate this life, so much. God, why? Asking God why. And tears coming down my eyes. And it's crazy because I had to suffer the pain that I didn't even have a say in. I was 2. I didn't have a say in what I thought.
Yeah.
It was just something that my parents both decided. Now, were they meant for each other? I don't know. I don't know. Was it probably better off? Probably. I look back and I just still thank God for everything that I've gone through because it's made me the woman I am today. And I'm not saying divorce should never, ever be an option. But I think we should prevent it as much as possible so that the children never have to feel this pain. And I remember the second worst pain is just wondering if they could have worked it out. What if my parents stayed together? That was a very painful thought for me because it's almost as if I was gypped out of a childhood that I wish I experienced.
Damn.
It's someone stole that experience
and
from
your
me.
parents, both of them are cool ass people.
I know, they're amazing.
They're cool as hell.
They're amazing people. They just
they're
obviously
so cool.
Didn't work for one another. But that pain it hurt so much that I committed. I wrote and I stated I will never, ever, ever get a divorce. It made me so on fire for what we're doing right now today. I'm so grateful that I found a husband that just follows the same vision because since I was a kid, I'm talking about a kid, I would say divorce is never going to be an option in my marriage. I'm going to get married once and once that's it. And because I didn't want to put my children through what I went through. I didn't want to put families through what we went through. I didn't want to go through what I saw my parents go through. The fighting and the bickering. I didn't want to go through that, so much so that I made a promise to myself that when I get married, I'm never going to divorce. And I'm going to make sure that I marry the right person. So there's preventative measures to all of this before you get married and when you're married.
Yeah.
There's preventative measures, but I still hold on to that wholeheartedly. Like, there is no plan B. I'm with you forever.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
Me too. And and it's cool too because guys, I mean, do you honestly? I mean, you like if you have kids, it gets worse. Like relationship wise, the trauma that it causes a kid. But then you have to pay for like therapy sessions. And therapy sessions are anywhere from 150 to 350. That's the average, right? So I mean, it's gonna cost you like so much money.
So
like for all the problems, and most times parents never even parents don't sometimes unaware, they don't take care of these things, and the kid ends up growing up, and not everybody will end up like my wife. Some of them will take a different route, God forbid. But this is the reason why staying married is a lot better than getting divorced and really fighting through the challenges, fighting through the things that you guys may be going through.
Divorce is hard, bro.
Divorce is tough, man. It's tough. It's like it's bigger than the $2.99 that you actually think it's gonna cost you to get a divorce.
I read somewhere today. It says a divorce is like killing. Every time you divorce, it's like killing a civilization.
Wow! Holy cow!
That's crazy.
That's good.
That's a good one. Like,
holy cow!
It's like when you think about that.
That's really good.
So then take it back to the statistic we talked about earlier. That 50% of the marriages that get started are going to end up in a divorce. 50%.
50%.
That's 50% of civilizations dying.
Yeah, man.
And you think about that, it's like, it's true, because when you get married, you create this whole civilization.
You do.
And it's strong. It's powerful. You throw divorce in that, it's like taking an atomic bomb and just blowing up the whole entire thing.
No. I can't, man. Like, imagine if you, like, here's the deal, right? Like, it's so true what you just mentioned. That's so powerful, because if we, like, really as a couples together, if we unite together, right? If we unite and we stand up against society, against what everyone's telling us, against, what our friends or family may even be sharing with us, that it is okay, and we really fight for our marriage, and we stick it through. Can you imagine the generations that you're going to impact? Can you imagine, like, how you're going to be leading by example, right? Like, you will be the filter that literally allows anything from here on out to go through, right? I mean, can you imagine, like, how amazing it would be for your kids to grow up in a house, in a home, with parents that love each other, parents that are in love with each other? Wouldn't that, I mean, that would imprint something in the kid's mind, and then in their kids' kids, and then in their kids' kids. I mean, can you imagine how big your family could potentially be if you guys just decided to stick it out?
That's beautiful.
I mean, it is powerful.
That quote is crazy, right?
That is crazy. Like, getting a divorce is like killing an entire civilization.
Yeah.
Like, an entire.
That's crazy.
It's worse than like, it's like a genocide, but for your own, like, marriage, like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have used that word. Some of you guys are gonna be like, this guy. But the truth is that, man, so many lives are impacted in such a negative way.
Yeah, man.
In such a negative way.
So today's episode was just to kind of shed light, expose the fact that divorce sucks. Okay, expose it. Staying married is cheaper than getting a divorce. Not just monetarily,
time-wise, family-wise.
Yeah, in every area, it is cheaper. Okay.
Yes.
It is better. It is better. Okay. In most cases, I'm not saying that you should. I mean, there's some cases where you may need to get a divorce, and maybe you should have never even gotten married in the first place. But I just still think there's preventative measures, even when you're married, to fix it. You said I do. Stick it out. Both of you, don't quit, right?
Stick it out, yo.
So
stick it out, man.
Today was more to expose it, and I really can't wait to do more episodes on the preventative measures, seminars on the preventative measures and things like that. But you guys are watching
The Power Couple Show,
live Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Meerkat YouTube and
thepowercoupleshow.com.
Make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com, baby. Tell them why.
To get access to the 7 ways to becoming a power couple, which is our free PDF, our way of saying thank you to you guys, and watching and staying here and loving us and following us, right? We want to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
And together we can spread this message of love. we can show other couples what it really means to be in a marriage that's thriving, in a marriage that's amazing. And even if you're not there yet, you can begin to start working towards it today. Today, you can make the decision. And if you really are serious about your marriage, you're serious about your kids, and you're serious about the generations that you can either impact in a very amazing way and create a great legacy, or maybe not. Maybe you're just at the point where you're ready to give up, ready to throw in the towel. We encourage you today, guys, to make the decision to press the reset button on your marriage and begin from scratch. Start building up that marriage the way you saw it. Look, it's never too late.
Never too late, y'all.
It doesn't matter what you guys have been through. You guys can work it through. Work it through. We believe that love does exist. We believe that love isn't just in the movies, isn't just a fairy tale.
You just gotta work hard for it.
It's present, and it's a beautiful thing. And together, united, unity, together with each other, you guys can create something powerful. You guys together can leverage each other's strengths to create an amazing legacy that people will forever remember you. Your family will remember you, right?
Children.
And let's make a difference today. And it starts with you deciding to lead by example and begin to start fighting for your marriage. Begin to start putting an effort into your marriage. Begin to start wanting to learn more about your spouse. It begins with you, because if this ripple effect can start, we can touch the entire world, and we can bring those numbers down. We can bring the divorce rate down. We can make it cool to be in a marriage versus uncool to make a commitment. When I was 18 years old, I had made the commitment that I was never going to get married, because I would see all of the pain, all of the fights, all of the arguments I'd see my parents go through. And I made a commitment when I was 18 years old that I was never going to get married. Right? At 19 years old, my entire perspective and my entire life changed when I understood and I met love for the very first time, which is Jesus, which was God. He showed me what true love really was. He showed me how much he adored me, how much he loved me. And to be truthfully honest with you, on an everyday basis, it's because of that love that I truly understand what love is really about. Love isn't about bickering at each other. Love isn't about belittling your partner. Love isn't about justice, okay? Love is about forgiveness. It's about accepting your partner for who they are and constantly growing. Like, love is such a beautiful thing. Together, guys, we can make a difference.
Absolutely, man. You went off on a rant there, baby. I love it, guys. Shout out to Nash Art Inc. Shout out to Kevin Chow, and shout out to Patty Fruitcake and Madison Clifton for liking this, retweeting this, and following. Let's give them a
You rock!
You're awesome.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to thepowercoupleshow.com. Get access to that free PDF. Make sure you follow us on Meerkat, on Periscope.
Guys, just get
follow
ready.
my wife, follow me. Come on, let's do this. Let's do the
Get ready for the Power Couple Challenge. Those of you who want to take the challenge, it's going to be a 60-day transformation. And the vision and the goal for this challenge is to get married couples to unite together,
yes, sir.
Create a powerful vision for their future,
yes,
leverage each other's strengths towards it, and become a power couple within 60 days.
Yes.
If you're ready to help create that vision, if you're ready to start leveraging each other's strengths, if you're ready to become a power couple, we're going to be launching the challenge so soon. You want to be a part of it and see if you have what it takes to be a power couple yourselves.
Yes, sir.
Guys, we love you so much. Thank you for watching
ThePowerCoupleShow.com.
See you again mañana at 10 a.m. Eastern. This audience has been the bomb. Like tick, tick, boom. Peace, love, and chicken grease. See you guys tomorrow. See you tomorrow.